Crazy wisdom. Hi, Tanya.
Hi, Anna. How are you?
I'm awesome. How are you?
I'm crazy.
You've got the crazy wisdom going on?
Something popped up. Crazy wisdom.
So, you're Tanya and I'm Anna, and we are the
Paradise Patriots.
We're going to have a little soul-to-soul, heart-to-heart talk because we've gotten some questions that we want to discuss publicly so that people really understand where we're coming from. So, what was the question, Tanya?
The question
I thought it was an
was,
awesome question, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
The question was, how can you stay spiritual if you're picking on people?
If we're picking on people. I don't feel like I'm picking on people, to be honest. I don't, even with the Baboos Award, I feel like there's a sweetness to it, and that's our culture, to call people out, but call them out in a comical or a like sassy kind of way, and not directly be directly confrontational, though I've gone there too, but that's it's a different story. But it's in a comical way, but still gets the message across, and it's still done with aloha. And I feel like that's as far as we go as the Baboos Awards so far. And they're not I still feel that there's aloha in that. I'm not calling them names.
How do you restrict spiritual? What is spiritual?
That's a good question.
I guess
yeah.
For me is, I don't know, being real is better than shoving it under the rug and hiding it for later and not bringing it to light.
Another element of our culture really is, we function differently because we really see ourselves as a hana, or as a group. We don't really spiritually go off on our own, or even energetically go off on our own for our own behalf and our own well-being, and forget about everybody else.
Right.
One of the big values for us is the lahui, right? The nation, the family. And when one person is doing things that are a direct violation or directly threaten the lahui, then they need to be called out for that. That's part of our culture.
It's how most indigenous tribes function as well. And that is love.
For that person, because we're not kicking him out. We're not, we're not banning him yet. But that's part of the culture too. If it ever, that's extreme.
Right. If
it comes to that. But that's love. Love isn't sentimental.
Love is not sentimental.
It's not romantic.
It's not weak.
No.
It's not lazy.
Or afraid. Afraid to take it on. Afraid to see it.
The Dalai Lama called it fierce.
Fierce love.
Fierce love.
And I really feel like we're in an age of fierce love. I really feel that.
It feels like we're moving into it with more and more assurance and more people.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And this isn't personal.
No, it's not.
This is all about the collective and how all the roles that we're playing, and we're all just strengthening each other.
And if I saw Richard on the street, I would hug him.
I still love him.
Yeah, I'd be like, you baboos, what you doing? Right? But I wouldn't shun him or do anything in any way to harm him in any way.
No, because we also have, as a fundamental basis, our compassion.
Right.
For our fellow humans.
Aloha. That's the foundation of our culture. So, fierce love. That's an awesome topic, and that's part of the transformation of the warrior. Right, going from that actual physical warriorship to having it be refined energetically and carried out spiritually in a way that is congruent with your values. Right? It wouldn't be congruent for me to sit back and watch all of that go on and not
do something.
Not move something, not move energy, not take a, active, not a passive, not a passive stand, an active stand in some way.
It's just like your own personal development.
Action word.
It's a verb.
It's an action word.
It is an action word. But it is the same as, our own personal development. When you see something you don't like about yourself, you can deny it for a while, but eventually you do something about it.
You can blame someone else.
You can for
making it that right.
time. But some of us have a less tolerance for that.
Right.
You know, like I have a very short tolerance for myself and the bullshit I try to pull over my own self. Like all of a sudden you're like, oh man.
Did I really do that?
Did I really do that?
Again.
And
then some things you just accept about yourself
Right.
too. It's like, you know what, that's just part of my temperament, and
Right.
if I
That's who I am.
take so long to fight with that, I'm going to be spending a lot of energy on it. I could be doing other things with. So some of it is, and then you have that with other people as well when you arrive at that place with yourself. You accept shortcomings or people's idiosyncrasies, or it's like that's just part of what makes them whole.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And it's a little thing compared to the grandness that they bring to the
right
play.
That's so true.
Yeah. So,
well, I think that answers the
well,
question.
yeah. And so, just, you know, in closing, that I don't see that as picking on people. I really feel that it's calling them home to fly right and live with the intention, particularly with political personalities who we put in power.
Right. And it is, we're in a very big transition of really of changing the intention of, I want to say government to create things and money and business and all this stuff. And that's shifting. I don't know what it's necessarily shifting to, but it's definitely more heart-centered.
Right.
It's definitely more conducive to everybody, and not about controlling groups of people.
Right.
You know, so.
And I think that, you know, you hit it on the head with the heart-centeredness, and that doesn't mean passiveness.
It's absolutely not
passiveness. People really
passiveness.
need to get clear on that.
Think about it. When you're like in love with someone or something, there's a energy there, a passion there that is, it's fueling you. It's moving throughout you. And when you restrict it or don't honor it, good things just don't happen.
Well, it goes, the energy
works
goes
against you.
Right. The energy, that mana or that power goes sideways.
Yeah.
And then it's not working on your behalf or anyone else's.
Or anyone else's.
Right. So there's that I mean, I always when we have those kind of conversations, I always go back to that picture of the heart, you know, as a flaming torch. Right? It's on fire with passion and love. I mean, fierce love. So,
and it's constantly changing and transforming itself and moving, and it's not stagnant.
It's not passive.
It's not passive.
There's times when you have downtime, but that's just to let the next passion fuel up.
Just resting up.
So,
well,
that's our. We hope that answers the question.
We hope so.
We're not picking on people.
No.
We love them.
We love them.
And it's our foundation is aloha, our culture.
Yeah.
And love. So, we love you.
We love you. We love you all. I'm Tanya.
And I'm Anna.
And we're the Paradise Patriots. Aloha.